Hi, this is Ms. Vanderhayden, and I'm going to show you how to use the Desmos online graphing calculator. For those of you who are not here today in class, on the left-hand side you'll see our investigation activity, which has the directions that I'm going to go through. First thing, we're going to want to go to desmos.com. So if you click on that link, you'll be able to see the online graphing calculator, which I have on the right-hand side. And really the Desmos calculator, it's just a fancy graphing calculator. So in the first line I can go ahead and type in any equation I want. If I want to graph a line, y equals x, or I could change that, maybe y equals x plus 5 now. So all sorts of cool things that you can graph, but we're going to use the Desmos calculator to focus in on our circle equations, which we've been studying. So the first thing I want to do is type in the standard form for our circle equation. So I'm going to start off with a set of parentheses, and I'm going to use x minus h. Now, since we're using h to represent an unknown, it's going to ask me to add a slider, and I'm going to say yes. And I want to make sure that I come down to my menu at the bottom and choose an exponent. So we want x minus h quantity squared. And we're going to use plus, and we're going to do the same thing for y minus k. Again, another slider, click yes, and let's use the exponent for quantity squared. Set that equal to r, one more slider, we're going to say r squared. Now if you notice, we have a nifty little circle that pops up on our graph. And we have some sliders down here that will let me adjust the variables, the unknowns. So I can change my radius and make that bigger or smaller. I can also change the h and the k. So for step 3, if you're following along on the left-hand side, we had some time to just explore with the sliders and investigate what the h, k, and r exactly do with our equation. Once you've had some ample time to play around with those sliders, we're going to want you to make a prediction. So now I'm looking at step 4 on the left-hand side. What do you think the graph of x minus 5 quantity squared plus y plus 1 quantity squared equals 36 will look like? So what I want you to do is actually pause the video right now and make a prediction. Okay, so go ahead and hit pause. I'm going to show you the answer in just a minute, so you want to have ample time. Go ahead, pause the video. Okay, welcome back. We were making a prediction on our graph, and let me switch screens. Here is my graph of x minus 5 quantity squared plus y plus 1 quantity squared equals 36. Notice first of all that our radius has shifted 5 spots to the right and down 1. Based on our numbers of 5 and -1 being plugged into our standard equation. And we also have a radius of 6 being shown as well. Hopefully that's exactly what you predicted, and if not, take a closer look at the sliders once again and see how the h and k affect your graph. And the last thing we want to do is just go ahead and play around with the Desmos graphing calculator. Go crazy. This is a picture that I've made in the past. Notice I'm using my circles for my little stick figure's head. He's got circles for his eyeballs. Also a couple standard straight lines here for the rest of his body. And I just jazzed it up a little bit with a sine curve. But again, have some time, play around, and see what you can create on desmos.com. Thanks for watching.